Hey, Infinite Mystery. I don't know if I said hi already, but hi. So the standing wreck glitch looks like that, and lets you climb up. Harley's not there, I guess. Doesn't really matter though. But essentially, the way to do it, to perform this, is you're going to be doing aim, fire, and then switch to Batarang, or just any gadget, but Batarang's the easiest, because it's just right there on the stick, and you're going to do these big, like, almost, I'd say, a frame apart. And if you do it properly, Batman sort of goes stock still like this. He keeps the rec gun in his hand, and you can't move him at all. So to get out of that, you just throw a Batarang. And now I can move and stuff. And now, essentially the way it works is, no matter what I'm doing, if I hold down aim and switch to rec gun, he'll pull out his rec gun. So for example, it does weird animations like that. And so once you get that glitch down, so 1, 2, 3, like that. What you do is you grapple up, and instead of climbing up, because this will trigger the fight, you pull out, you do the standing rec, so you aim, and then press whatever your rec button is. I guess it's right on the controller. And then once Batman drops a little bit, I'd say past this little like piece here, but not before he hits the ground, you're going to hit A to climb up, like that. And once you're here, you just walk forward into the cutscene. I should show... Actually, I'll show these two out of bounds here. Why did they end the Arkham series? Because they didn't want it to be a cash cow like so many other game series are coming. And trilogies are the best series, so.
I see you have sent a data request on...
So corner cover zipping in this game is basically you get into corner cover, you do some weird stuff that basically disconnects Batman from the corner, and then when you use a gadget, it flings him. So essentially, there's a couple ways you can trigger it. You can catch a remote Batarang if you're in corner cover, and then next time you say shoot a rec gun, now I'm here. And once I'm here, this is actually the high one, so I can glide off, glide around here to trigger the area, and then I'm in the processing center. Yeah, I'll just highlight all this. There's a slightly faster way of doing it than catching the remote Batarang. That's slightly harder. Which is you have, you hold a gadget, and basically, as Batman is doing this animation to put it away, you're gonna press right trigger, release it, or left trigger, sorry, to aim it again. You're gonna release it, and then circle, well, I guess B, excuse me, the B button. So, trigger, and then the button, and essentially what happens is the camera sort of changes, and now Batman is here, and if I use a gadget, it does the similar fling, and then you get the low fling here, which basically means to get into the processing center, you just do that. Both are pretty valid ways of doing it. The remote Batarang catch is super simple. It's easy to do, and very, very slightly slower than oops.
I hear you. It's chaos here.
They're both viable options.
What? Where'd Penguin go?
And for that particular zip, to get into the processing center, you'll do a quick fire wreck shot once you do the corner glitch. Whether you do the remote battering catch or the battering aim and release, it'll fling you once you use another gadget. This fling is basically identical, or zip, I should say, is basically identical. When you're kind of the GCPD, you just get into corner cover here. You do your preferred glitch method like that, and then you're gonna use a wreck gun. It's gonna fling you here, and you want to look up and just mash grapple so that you get pulled back inbounds. For the jammer, let me go now to my jammer save. So after you take out these guys at the jammer, there's two ways, and the first way is the way I'd recommend for you starting out, is you go ahead, all my saves have this enabled, go ahead and glide over to this part of the city, and this is probably the most, I guess, famous out-of-bounds spot, is through the ceiling here. That. And then once you're down here, you're gonna glide over to the train station here. You can either do it just by gliding like that, and then sort of aim for this wall and let Batman climb up, or if you're not comfortable with that, if you just grapple on the left side of this vent and just hold climb, he'll automatically climb up, and it's super easy. After that, go ahead and glide, but you don't want to glide too close to the top because there's actually mines in the ground, and they'll detonate underneath. So once you glide here to the subway station, you can grapple boost off this thing and just glide all the way to the subway tunnels. And to get out of the subway, like I said, there are two ways, and I'll show you without taking these guys out. To get out, there are two ways, either just running back the way you're supposed to come through, which is fine, or you can do this trick again to get out of bounds here and throw a batarang. And basically what this lets you do is glide all the way back, and you really have to keep your height here. That's why I don't really recommend this to somebody starting out, because you have to have really good gliding, and keep your glide height, grapple back to this, and essentially what you're going to do is you're going to stand where it loads. It'll say subway station, and then you basically want to grapple when you see that, like now, so that the game loads around your grapple. But I'd say it's much easier, and if you just run back.
Batman's been screwing with his.
Because this tunnel's not very long. Actually, I went the wrong way. But it's definitely faster to get here out of bounds using that glide. What's the blue room? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, congrats, Tomato Goatee. I didn't know you were back to running.
I'm telling you, it's him.
It can't be.
It is. Look again. He looks big, right? He's gray.
Look out, it's Batman!
So, And you come through here. If you're coming out the other way,
I always wanted a chance to
you just run past these guys.
I thought he wanted us to drag this thing over to the Joker.
Did. I guess Batman's made him change his plan.
Who cares? Kill Batman. Drag this thing to Joker.
I glide using, for the hard glides, I glide using keyboard mouse, mainly mouse controls. But, for most of the game I use, like right now I'm using controller.
The Bat's here.